This is the Genie GS65. Those who intend to use any machine with characteristics of weight, height, width, length or complexity which differ significantly to the training they have received should ensure that they receive a familiarisation to cover the differences. It is the employer's responsibility to ensure that all operators using equipment are adequately trained and familiarised to comply with current health and safety legislation. Machine-specific familiarisation should follow on from basic training and cover the manufacturer's instructions and warnings, features of the specific model, control functions, safety devices and emergency lowering procedures. All of the above are to be found in the operator's manual supplied with the machine. The Genie GS65 is a telescopic rough terrain boom. The rotation of the turntable is continuous, so this will do 365 degrees. The maximum working height is 71 foot 4 inches or 21.7 metres. The maximum platform height is 65 foot 4 inches or 19.9 metres. The maximum height when stowed is 8 foot 10 inches or 2.49 metres. The maximum horizontal reach is 55 foot 3 inches or 16.8 metres. The width of the machine is 8 foot 2 inches or 2.49 metres. And the length of the machine when stowed is 31 foot or 9.45 metres. Gradability. There are two models, 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. The 2-wheel drive is capable of 30% slopes. The 4-wheel drive is capable of 50% slopes. The weight of the machine can vary. Please ensure that you locate the weight of the machine on the serial plate to identify this weight. The maximum allowable manual side force on the machine is 90 pounds or 400 newtons, which is 40 kilograms. The maximum platform capacity is 227 kilograms. The maximum occupants in the platform are 2 persons. The maximum wind speed is 12.5 meters per second or 28 miles per hour. The floor or point loadings of the machine can vary. Please ensure that you locate the information supplied in the operator's manual and or the serial plate on the machine to identify the correct loadings. Genie manuals use decals which are indicated by symbols, colour coding and signal words to identify the following situations with the machine. This is a safety alert symbol used to alert personnel to potential personal injury hazards. Obey all safety messages that follow this symbol to avoid possible injury or death. Red. This is used to indicate the presence of an imminently hazardous situation which, if not avoided, will result in death or serious injury. Orange. Used to indicate the presence of a potentially hazardous situation which, if not avoided, can result in death or serious injury. Yellow with a safety alert symbol. This is used to indicate the presence of a potentially hazardous situation which, if not avoided, may cause minor or moderate injury. Yellow without safety alert symbol. This is used to indicate the presence of a potentially hazardous situation which, if not avoided, may result in property damage. And green, used to indicate operation or maintenance information. It is the responsibility of the operator to perform a pre-operation inspection prior to use. The pre-operation inspection is a visual inspection performed by the operator prior to each working shift. The inspection is designed to discover if anything is apparently wrong with the machine before you carry out and perform your function tests. If whilst carrying out your pre-operation inspection you identify or locate a fault with the machine, immediately isolate, tag and report to your supervisor. Identify the thorough examination plate and ensure that the machine is in date. Locate the manufacturer's data plate and ensure that serial number corresponds with the thorough examination serial number. Ensure that the operator's safety and responsibility manual is complete, legible and in the storage container located in the platform. Ensure that all decals are legible and in place. Check for any hydraulic oil leaks and oil levels. Add oil if needed. Check for battery fluid leaks and fluid levels. As necessary, add distilled water if needed. Before checking any batteries, ensure that you are wearing the correct personal protective equipment. Check the following components or areas for damaged, improperly installed or missing parts, and of course any unauthorised modifications. Look for electrical components, wiring and electrical cables. Hydraulic power unit, the reservoir. Look for the hoses, any fittings, cylinders and any manifolds. Check the drive and the turntable motors. Check the drive hubs. Inspect and look for boom wear pads, tyres, wheels, wheel nuts. Check each tyre with an air pressure gauge. Add air as necessary. Look for any limit switches. Check for nuts, bolts and any other fasteners or retainers. Ensure that the platform entry, mid-rail or gate opens and closes securely. Check the entire machine for any cracks in welds or structural components. Look for any dents or any damage to the machine. Be sure that both battery packs are in place, latched and properly connected. Once you have finished your inspection, ensure that all compartment covers are in place and fully latched. Hydraulic ramping. Your machine may have hydraulic ramping built into it by design. This means that the machine may not stop immediately when a controller is released. Ground control panel. Number 1. Platform rotate switch. 2. Turntable rotate switch. 3. Boom up and down switch. 4. Boom extend and retract switch. 5. Platform overload indicator light if equipped. 6. Machine malfunction indicator light. 7. Check engine light. 8. Auxiliary emergency power switch. 9. Key switch for platform, off and ground selection. 10. Red emergency stop button. 11. Hour meter. 13. Function enable switch. 14. Diesel models glow plug switch. 15. Circuit breaker for engine electrical circuits. 16. Engine start switch. 17. Circuit breaker for control electrical circuits. 18. Circuit breaker for oil cooler and optional. 19. Platform level switch. 20. This is on the S65 version only. Jib boom up and down switch. Platform control panel. Number 1. Horn button. 2. Platform level switch. 3. Platform rotate switch. 4. On the S65 only, jib boom up and down switch. 5. Auxiliary emergency power switch. 6. Drive speed select switch. There are 2 functions for gradient and flat ground. 7. Glow plug switch. 8. Engine start switch. 9. Engine idle select switch. Tortoise is foot switch activated low idle. Rabbit is foot switch activated high idle. 10 is gasoline LPG model fuel select switch. 11. Red emergency stop switch. 12. Dual axis proportional control handle for drive and steer functions, or proportional control handle for drive functions and thumb rocker for steer functions. 13. Platform overload indicator light if equipped. 14. Machine not level indicator light if equipped. 15. Drive enable indicator light. 16. Drive enable switch. 17. Proportional control handle for boom extend and retract. 18. Machine malfunction indicator light. 19 is used for optional equipment. 20. Dual axis proportional control handle for boom up, down and turntable rotate left and right functions. Function tests. The function tests are designed to discover any malfunctions before the machine is put into service. The operator must follow the step-by-step instructions to test all machine functions. A malfunctioning machine must never be used. If you discover a malfunction, the machine must be immediately isolated, tagged and removed from service. Repairs to machines must only be carried out by qualified service technicians. After any repairs have been completed, the operator must perform a pre-operation inspection and function test again before putting the machine back into service. Select a test area that is firm, level and free of obstruction. At the ground controls, put the key into the key switch and turn it to ground controls. Pull out the red emergency stop button to the on position. If the machine is equipped with a flashing beacon, this should now be flashing. Start the engine. Move the engine start toggle switch to either side. If the engine fails to start or stops, the restart delay will disable the start switch for 3 seconds. On diesel engine models, move the glow plug switch, if equipped, to either side and hold for 3 to 5 seconds. Now move the engine start toggle switch to either side. If the engine fails to start or stops, the restart delay will disable the start switch for 3 seconds. If the engine fails to start after 15 seconds of cranking, wait 60 seconds before trying to start again. Testing the emergency stop. Test the emergency stop by pushing in the red emergency stop button to the off position. The engine should now turn off and all functions should not operate. Now pull out the red emergency stop button and restart the engine. Testing the machine functions. Do not hold the function enable switch to either side. Now attempt to activate each boom and platform function toggle switch. As you are not holding the function enable switch to either side, all boom and platform functions should not operate. Now hold the function enable switch to either side and activate each boom and platform function toggle switch. All boom and platform functions should operate through a full cycle. Machines which are equipped with a platform level control disable function, the platform level toggle switch will not operate when the boom is raised or has been extended past the drive speed limit switches. Testing the tilt sensor. Pull out the platform red emergency stop switch to the on position. Turn the key switch to the platform control. Open the compartment cover and locate the tilt sensor, which is located next to the fuel tank. Press down one side of the tilt sensor. The alarm, which is located in the platform, should now sound. Testing the auxiliary controls. Turn the key switch to the ground control and shut the engine off. Pull out the red emergency stop button to the on position. Simultaneously hold the auxiliary emergency power switch on and activate each boom function toggle switch. All boom functions should now operate, but to conserve battery power, test each function through a partial cycle. Platform control function tests. At the ground control, turn the key to platform control and pull out the emergency stop. Now walk to the platform and climb into the platform using the sliding mid-rail. Once into the platform, ensure the sliding mid-rail closes correctly behind you. Connect your lanyard to the anchorage point provided by the manufacturer. Testing the emergency stop. Ensure that your foot is not on the foot switch and start the engine by pushing the engine start switch. Now push in the platform red emergency stop button to the off position. The engine should now turn off and all functions should not operate. Now pull out the red emergency stop button and restart the engine. Testing the horn. Push the horn button. The horn should now sound. Your machine is equipped with a foot switch. No functions on the platform will work without your foot being on the foot switch. So push in the platform red emergency stop switch to the off position. Now pull out the red emergency stop button, but do not restart the engine. Press down the foot switch and attempt to start the engine by moving the start toggle switch to either side. As your foot is now down on the foot switch, the engine should not start. Now take your foot off the foot switch and start the engine. Once the machine is now up and running, do not press down on the foot switch and now test each machine function. As your foot is not down on the foot switch, no machine functions should operate. Press down the foot switch. and activate each machine function control handle or toggle switch. All boom and platform functions should operate through a full cycle. Testing the steering. Press down the foot switch. Press down the thumb rocker switch on top of the drive control handle in the blue and yellow direction indicated on the control panel. The steer wheels should now turn in the blue and the yellow directions. Testing the drive and braking. Press down the foot switch. Slowly move the drive control handle in the direction indicated by the blue arrow on the control panel until the machine begins to move. Then return the handle to the center position. The machine should move in the direction that the blue arrow points on the drive chassis, then come to an abrupt stop. Now slowly move the drive control handle in the direction indicated by the yellow arrow on the control panel until the machine begins to move. Then return the handle to the center position. The machine should move in the direction that the yellow arrow points on the drive chassis, then come to an abrupt stop. The brakes must be able to hold the machine on any slope it is able to climb. Testing the oscillating axle. Start the engine from the platform controls. Drive the right steer tyre up onto a 6-inch block or curb. The 3 remaining tyres should stay in firm contact with the ground. Testing the drive enable system. Press down the foot switch and lower the boom to the stowed position. Rotate the turntable until the boom moves past one of the non-steer wheels. The drive enable indicator light should illuminate and remain on while the boom is anywhere in the range which is shown. Move the drive control handle off center. The drive function should not operate. Now move and hold the drive enabled toggle switch to either side and slowly move the drive control handle off center. The drive functions should now operate. Please note, when the drive enable system is in use, the machine may drive in the opposite direction that the drive and steer control handle is moved. Use the colour-coded direction arrows on the platform controls and the drive chassis to identify the direction of travel. To test the limited drive speed, press down the foot switch. Raise the primary boom approximately 2 feet from the ground. Slowly move the drive control handle to the full drive position. The maximum achievable drive speed with the primary boom raised should not exceed 1 foot or 30 centimeters per second. If the drive speed with the primary boom raised, the secondary boom raised, or the primary boom extended exceeds 1 foot or 30 centimeters per second, immediately isolate, tag and remove the machine from service. Report to your manager or supervisor. After each use, select a safe parking location which is firm and level, clear of obstruction and any traffic. Retract and lower the boom to the stowed position. Rotate the turntable so that the boom is between the non-steer wheels. Turn the key to the off position and remove the key to secure the machine. Ensure that both emergency stops are pushed in. If necessary, chock the wheels. Testing the platform auxiliary emergency controls. Shut off the engine by pushing in the red emergency stop switch. Now pull out the red emergency stop switch to the on position. Press down on the foot switch and simultaneously hold the auxiliary power switch on and activate each function control handle or toggle switch. To conserve battery power, test each function through a partial cycle. Please note that all boom and steer functions should operate. However, drive functions should not operate with the auxiliary power.